Welcome, 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 and greetings. Hello, hi, howdy, and how are you? Listen, I am so excited. Aren't you excited? I hope you are. Because today, it is Tea and Toast Tuesday. Hello. Listen to me. You must not touch that dial. Wow. Because let me share with you what's going to happen today on Tea Time Talk. WDGS is the station to bring you innovation ideas towards making moves that matter. Listen to me. On Tea Time Talk, you're going to explore in every episode that I present. I'm going to share with you an infrastructure to your thought process on ways to explore a supernatural awakening, how to live your best life. That's right. How to laugh. It's a good thing. And how to master your mind with love and faith to generate, check this out, to generate favor over finances. Oh, I know that's a new innovation. I'm going to awaken your thought process, how to generate a love, a faith that will bring favor in your life. The times that you think you need money. Oh, I tell you, this channel is going to reignite things in you and generate things in you that you probably have never, ever imagined. You can create ways to prosper and be in good health, even as your soul prospers. On WDGS Tea and Toast, we're going to talk about ways to release through revelation, how to make application. We're going to chat as we chill concerning designs to bring an awakening in your mind, your soul, and your spirit. Ways that when you chill as we chat, how you can enhance your relationship with God, yourself as well as others. I'm here to give you the tea on Tea and Toast Talk concerning traditions, trends, and of course, you know I got to give you some testimonies that are freely available to assist you with becoming an overcomer by the renewing and awakening of your mind. I want to share with you, as a WDGS credential experience coach, you will definitely 100% receive free conversations with tips and free tools how to understand the best way to process your power. Power within your conversation through self-care and share. Again, we're going to love and we're going to laugh. And we're going to learn. With WDGS, check out all my episodes. Every time that I launch, listen to me. I'm going to provide ways to learn. I'm going to provide information to become transformed by the renewing of your heart and mind through Christ Jesus. I want to thank you for tuning in to WDGS on your YouTube channel. I want to thank you because I appreciate you always for tuning in. And on this WDGS YouTube channel, listen to me. You're going to get more than just the tea. to be transformed. But you're going to get the best of me to become the best you that you can ever be. I appreciate always, again, you tuning in. Please listen to me. Please like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell and you will receive a message to inform you whenever, not only is it tea time, but anytime that I have just launched a new episode to the YouTube channel WDGS. That's right. Hit that notification bell as you subscribe. Again, I humbly appreciate you always and thank you for tuning in to WDGS on your YouTube channel. Listen, on today and Tea Time Talk, I want to talk to you about a revelation that I received. Listen to me. I was in my sleep and I was awakened. And while I was in my sleep, I was communing in the midst of the Spirit. And whenever I commune in the midst of the Spirit, I'm always positioned in the atmosphere of the clouds. Oh, I hope somebody grabbed this. This is when your spirit is in the heavens of heavens. How many of you know there's more than one heaven? And sometimes that's why I talk about you got to check out my Soul Searching Sundays. Listen, you may not be aware, but your soul is the most important thing inside of you. Check out Sunday Soul Searching. I've only been launching once a month. And I have a new lineup coming for the month of March, which is the third week. It's the third week in each month. I will release new information and new lineup. But today's message, listen to me, you got to get this. Because I was communing in the Spirit. And when I awakened, I said, oh my God, it's like I have a conversation in the supernatural realm. And in this conversation in the supernatural realm, I'm supposed to share with you what occurred. And the conversation went like this. What do you want to be when you grow up? Remember when you was ever asked that? Well, I don't know. They may not ask children that now. But in our time, for any of the old school and maybe some of the new school, they used to ask us, what do you want to be when you grow up? I got to give you this revelation I received today. So many people have pursued careers and jobs. This is the Spirit speaking to me and saying, but people really don't know the most important thing they should want to be when they grow up is on purpose. That's right. So, when I'm lying there and I'm getting this information, it's channeling through my body. And I'm literally asleep like I'm dreaming. But I'm conscious. But it's like I cannot move. Listen to me. Y'all got to get this. I'm telling you, as I was conversating, I said, the greatest thing is purpose. And the unseen, invisible voice said, yes. Everybody that was dispatched to the earth was sent their soul and their spirit for purpose. Listen to me, you all. I'm telling you, I cannot make this up. This is me seriously in my zone. And sometimes y'all hear me say that, but you may not relate to what that means. That means when I'm in the zone, I'm in another dimension. And I'm in tune with the spirit. I'm not in tune with a mortal human being. You know, mortal human beings, like I'm talking now, can talk and teach. But so can the spirit. Oh, I hope somebody grab this. The spirit talks and teaches. That's why you gotta stay connected with WDGS YouTube channel. You must subscribe to this channel if you want to start going to other dimensions in your life where you was void of understanding. My God. So as I'm sitting and I'm laying and I'm sitting and I'm listening, and what is being said is that every person comes to this earth with purpose. Every human being. And your purpose is beyond the fact that your mother met your daddy and they created a you. They was instrumental, but they're not your purpose. Your purpose is divine. Your purpose is divine. Listen, have you ever wondered why celebrities make it big? It's really, a lot of people think that it's because they get connected with somebody to promote them. That's not it. They have a talent. They have a purpose. And what they do, they tap into their purpose. And they take that purpose and they push it and pursue it. This is why when you ever watch the movie 50 Cent, how he just kept pushing his CDs. It didn't matter whether nobody thought he was a good rapper. It didn't matter whether nobody thought he had what it takes. If you really sit back and you start watching the real rawness of every person that got started, how they pursued a passion, how they pursued either a talent. They didn't give up when the odds were against them. They understood it took a lot of dedication and diligence. And see, this is where people miss from understanding their purpose, because they'll give up. I used to be like that. I not just give up, but say I was always switching. I was always switching. Oh, I want to do this one month, and the next month I want to do that, and the next year I want to do that, and the next week I want to do that. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't want to be a curtain decorator. And then I changed. Well, starting out as a young teenager, I wanted to be a hair designer, or I wanted to do hair. And then it left from there, and I wanted to do curtains. And then it left from there, and it was like, I really want to be a lawyer, so let me go to school to do that. Then I left from there, and then I was like, okay, well, I just want to manage some apartments. So I stayed in that for years. And then I thought about owning my own store. So I had to learn retail. I went through all these array of resume builders. And then the thing is, it took me years and years because I was distracted. Listen to me. You got to grab this. Most people don't tap in to pursue their purpose, their divine purpose, because they're distracted. And let me tell you something. And those who do, once they tap into it, they cannot push themselves to become professionals because they get distracted. I'm telling you, I know somebody that I push beginning at a young age that could sing. And the only reason between Fantasia or anybody else singing and them is because they got too distracted. And so when we get distracted with nonsense, we don't dedicate ourselves to what our purpose is. Now I want to appeal to your thought process today. For you to take as an assignment, what is your purpose? Listen to me. Now I ran from my purpose. And now I'm operating in it. And I feel so free. Let me tell you something. When you get in purpose, you can know it. You can feel it. Even if your purpose is just to sit down and read books. They are paying people to do that. They are paying people. Or you know what? You can set up your own YouTube channel just to sit there and read the Bible. To sit there and read any book. Listen, your platform now can create an audience for what it is your purpose here to do. You know, back in the days, you used to have money to go rent a building. To go rent a building. You don't hear me now. To go rent a building. Then you had your overhead cost of utilities. You had to get your business license. You had to do all these extra things that now, see, that's why nobody shouldn't be complaining. Now, opportunity that you may have never thought of is right there in your fingertip. Most people, if you can get 1,000 subscribers, you can use your cell phone and you can build your channel. If you have a tablet, I don't know about a tablet, but I know if you got a computer or a laptop, that's your building. You don't need to go get a license. You don't need to pay any overhead costs. What you want to present, if you want to read books, if you want to sell clothes, all you got to do is stand up there and show the people your clothes. I mean, in today's market, anybody, I want you to think about this, that has ever wanted to do anything, whether it's on purpose or not on purpose, you have a platform. You have a public audience. You have Facebook. You have Instagram. You have Twitter. You have YouTube. There is so many more other than that. Those are just the top 4. But listen, when you got like it, you got so many opportunities to target any type of audience that diversified, whatever culture you come from. If I'm telling you, if you in the Blackish, they got channels that sit and design for that. I was watching YouTube the other day, and I tell you, YouTube is just, between YouTube and Google, and that's in my book, I think it's 10 P's to Promote Prosperity. It's in the very front of that book, which I launched last year, the end of last year. Listen to me. In that book, I talk about Google. You gotta Google. Google can take you directly to many things, directly to YouTube. Even if you don't go to YouTube, if you Google search, a lot of the information will automatically have YouTube clips to channel you to go to YouTube. Why am I saying all this? Because I want to appeal to your thought process. Whatever creative idea, whatever you was purposely set here to do, You don't have to wait any longer to do it. All you need to do is invest the proper time, the quality time. Now, if you easily distracted, you won't succeed. When I'm telling you, make it a project. Sit down and go to any of your favorite celebrities. Go to any of them and Google search their humble beginnings and see things wasn't always peaches and cream. And so don't expect them to be peaches and cream for you. The key to purpose is pursuing. The key to purpose is perseverance. The key to purpose is perseverance. And if you can persevere, you got to be able to know how to pick your fights. That's the first thing. You cannot fight for everything. You got to tailor what it is that you want to pursue. You got to tailor that. If it's playing tennis, put your all into playing tennis. If it's preaching the gospel, that's what it is with me. And now that I have tapped into this is what my platform is, I'm in my zone. And technically, I knew a long, long time ago, I'm going to be honest, but I didn't want to, so I ran from it. And that's another thing. Now, that's tip number 2. From pursuing your purpose, you got to decide if you want to walk in it or run from it. You get a free will choice. God sent all of us here on this earth for purpose, but you have a free will choice. And in that free will choice, I ran. And I'm going to tell you why I ran. I can share with you why I ran. Because I knew from watching Martin Luther King that you can march, sweat, kumbaya, and even leave this world. And people will still, after you have sacrificed your life to help people, they still didn't get the message. Because if they did, they would not be out here hurting one another. Then when I look at the Christ, when Jesus laid his life down, because they didn't take it, he had a father who all he had to do was say, kill all of them, and they would have been poof and gone. But instead he said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. But even when the Christ surrendered, that we can be saved. Check this out now. Listen, you got to grab this. That we have the right to be forgiven of our old stinking sins, our jacked up, tore up, messed up ways, the things we do against one another. He died to save us from all that. And all we have to do is repent. Hello. And stop doing it. But I'm like, here's 2 well-known people among many. Jesus Christ, out of all he poured out, people still, to this day, they don't get it. They don't get the sacrifice of a person's life. It don't make a lot of people want to change and do better. The sacrifice of Martin Luther King's life. And it was all about, listen, nonviolence. It seemed like since the time he was assassinated until today, we've had more black on black violence than history, than ever. And then you be wondering, what are people teaching their kids that they'll get so angry At the drop of a dime, they think that's the answer, is to take somebody's life. You know what that's a quick answer to? Hell at no return. Seriously. Murderers, they be hell bound. Trust me, it was a thief on the cross. It was not a murderer. And that's why most people, if you ever watch spirits, when they kill a lot of people, they kill themselves because they know they're going to hell. Even if they go to prison, they probably still going to hell. I'm just saying that's what the Bible say now. Let me throw this in here. So you won't be saying Alfreda said it. Check it out. Go to Galatians, the 5th chapter. And also the last chapter in the Bible in Revelations. It'll give you descriptions of personality, conduct, and character that will go to hell. It'll let you know they're not going to heaven. Galatians, the 5th chapter, is somewhere between verse 17 and 19. And then the last chapter in Revelations, and I think it's somewhere between verse 10 and 16. It's not that many verses, read them. And it will give you a description of the personalities that are not going to be in heaven. Hello, I'm just saying. And so when you think that you're hurting somebody, that's why I be trying to get people. And you think that you can do whatever you choose, you think you want to do because you're grown. And it don't matter. Yes, it does. Because you're making a determination for your soul. And for everybody you teach to do that, if you're teaching your own children, you're helping to make a determination for their soul too. See, I know a lot of people don't understand my flow. It's not about trying to be all that in a bag of chip with no dip. It's not about trying to think that I'm no goody two-shoe person either. But it's about understanding that I have to work out my own soul salvation. And I trust that you will do the same because you're sent here for purpose. And that's the thing that the message was for me to wake up and give you. You were sent here for purpose. And in this season, it's time for people to tap into their purpose. Because listen to me. If you're not going to do what God has purposed you here to do, that means you're occupying space. And this is what happens. When you continue to occupy space, then what happens, listen, you got to grab this. You become an idle person. Your whole life becomes idle. And so we know what the scripture says, that the idle mind, it becomes utilized by the devil. And the devil will get you to start doing things that will send you to jail or hell quicker than you are predestined to go there. See, predestination comes with a purpose. And if you tap into your purpose, then what it does, it creates a prosperity for your mental, emotions, and your spiritual being. You must check out my book, Simple 10 Practical Keys to Prosperity. It's available on Amazon. It's in hardback and it's in softback. And listen to me. I'm telling you, if you follow the regimen of 10 practical P words, we use them all the time. If you follow the regimen, you will have an inward tranquility of peace. And that is caused by being on purpose. When you are on purpose, that's what generates inner peace. If you got a turmoil inside of you, if you sitting around and you frustrated and you mad and you don't know what to do day in and day out, that's because you are not on purpose. When you get on purpose, your days will be filled with pleasing God. You won't have time to wallow in your past pains. Let me tell you something. I'm telling you, because in my past pains, listen, when I wasn't on purpose, I was busy worrying about who hurt me, who abused me, physically, emotional, sexual, mentally, all this stuff. That's what I was bogged down in for years. Oh, I hope somebody grabbed this. And I whined and whined and whined and I whined and I wrote and I whined about my own hurt and my pain, and because I had not tapped in my purpose. But listen to me. It took my pain to position me for my purpose. Oh, I hope somebody grabbed that. It took my pain. Because in my pain, I wanted to process how to get rid of it. Not how to keep carrying pain year after year after year after year after year. I didn't want that anymore. So this is what happened. I had to revisit and rewind my ancestors. I had to go back to my roots. I'm just saying what worked for me. I had to get in my car and drive to my little hometown. And when you get to my hometown, then I had to go all out to the outskirts in the rural area to the family graveyard. And I remember talking to somebody and they had shared with me, you never go to a graveyard without a gift. You got to take something. So I had stopped by the Dollar Tree. And I had got a few things to lay on several graveyards, several, to the point that I bought enough to put on people. I might have spent about $20 to buy something. And so that was 20 graves. So I started putting on extended family when I got my immediate family. And so I sat there and I went through and I had conversations in the spirit with every one of my immediate family. I did. Starting with the matriarch, my grandmother. And I began to just release whatever I thought that I didn't get right while she was living that did not please her. Listen to me, y'all. This thing gets serious. And then I went to my grandmother's husband. I know you should go to the men first, but my grandmother transitioned first, and me and her was closer. Just gonna be honest. And then I went to my son, my child. I went in that order. And then I went to my uncle, who stood in the gap, like a brother, an uncle, sometimes even like my dad. And then I began to go to my great-grandmother and her husband, and then my grandmother's sisters. And, I just went around, and I made a connection. That's why I don't care what nobody say. Let me tell y'all something. People can talk about being cremated, and they can think to each his own. Let me put it this way, to each his own. But sometimes y'all might not realize a person visiting the grave site is more than just a hole with bones in it. It's a connecting location where you can connect to the bones from the spirit. That's why I don't care what nobody say. I do not want to be cremated. Because I don't know. My children may need to come visit my grave site to get strength. My grandchildren, because that's what I needed. You don't hear me now. I had to go back to the grave side where the bones of my ancestors to connect with the spirit. Does it take doing that? Absolutely not. But you know what? They was all right there in one place, though. See, that's why we really need to get together and get like what they call family plots. Where you can put, when your generation need to come there. I mean, you just never know. Now, unless y'all want to get urns, when people get cremated, they do put them in urns. But, I'm just saying, to each his own. That's a lot of urns that people have to put up in their houses trying to create, but they got them. My mother told me where you can put them in the ground, actually, nowadays. And you can put them in the graveyard, in the ground, and create like a slab. So I guess that's a great idea. If you're going to go through the cremation process, something, worth checking out. But back to your purpose. I just really wanted to share today the tips on how to get on purpose. Number one, first thing you want to do is really figure out what you're good at doing. In my purpose and plan class, listen, and I'm getting ready to launch that class this year. We normally had been doing it in March, but because I lost a loved one the first of the year, the end of January, a lot of things have gotten off schedule because I had to go through my grieving process, which I'm still in the grieving process. I'm just a little more stronger at it than I was initially. And so I had to really spend some time in the presence of God to renew my strength. And this is what we have to do in order to have healthy grieving. And that has been one of the things I learned how to do at the loss of a loved one some years ago, because I didn't always know how to grieve in a healthy way. And so when God had to teach me how to grieve in a healthy way, I had to really learn that when my dad passed away, because I had little bitty babies. And pretty much all the times before then, I had to just shut completely off, no matter who passed away. Well, actually, God really began to teach me when I lost my son. Because when I lost my son, I had another baby. He was a twin. And that's when I really realized I could not shut myself away from people to grieve. So I had to learn how to grieve and continue to keep moving. And that's when God taught me how to do healthy grieving. And then I remember when I started praying for people who they would say pray for someone who transitioned and passed away. And God would always have me to insert that when I prayed for bereaved families. So I want to drop that tip to you. I was led to pray when God said healthy grieving. And because I would hear people pray for people who had passed away. And I had heard many people pray, but I never did hear people pray for healthy grieving. So when the Lord led me not only to pray for healthy grieving, he also would always have me to add to pray for harmony as the families would come together, making arrangements, and that they have to get stuff and money. So I would pray for healthy and harmony, healthy grieving and harmony among families coming together during a time of bereavement. So that's a whole nother topic. But listen, I got to stay on point because y'all know me. I get the freestyling and I get the free flowing. The number one thing you want to do, what I taught in the Purpose and Plan class, I want you to decide on something you would do for absolutely free. Something you would do absolutely free. Listen to me, something you would do absolutely free. Now, me, I would sit down and talk all day, every day, all night for free. It may be just that simple, just talking. If you enjoy talking, let me tell you, that means that's what your purpose. See how simple that is? That's what's your purpose. And there are many platforms. If you enjoy talking, let me tell you something. That's your purpose. You have a stage to stand on to appeal to the people. Now, the thing is, you got to decide what you're going to talk about. You got to, as they say, you got to find your niche. That means what you good at talking about. What you enjoy talking about. It could be food. It could be God. Now, that's my niche. I just love talking about the Lord and testimonies, but more than anything, the Word of God. Now, if you will stand up and sing for free all day and all night, then that's your purpose, is to sing. Do y'all know there are heavenly choirs? Do y'all know there are angelic singers? Do y'all know in the book of Psalms, that's what it is? Those are actually songs. They're psalms. They played the harp to sing them. Now, if you enjoy, listen, doing hair, and you would do it for free, hey, that's your purpose, to beautify people. See, I'm going to tell you something. This is what I noticed about people. It's too many people trying to do what somebody else do. That is not your purpose, because if you're not good at it, listen, and I've heard people say that I'm shy and I was, that ain't what you, but then stop trying to do what somebody else do. You know what? It's people that go try to take lessons, classes, spend money, learn to cross over and do something they not even purpose here. Let me tell y'all about a purpose, and then I'm a really enlighten you. Purpose is never forced. Purpose is never forced. Purpose is never paid for. Purpose just flow. Just whatever it is you do, you know, your purpose may be just to hug people. Your purpose may be just to nurture people. I'm telling you, people just try to do too much sometimes. And they ain't even on purpose. And that's why you got to exert all this energy. You are drained. Because you're not on purpose. Your purpose may be to just put air in the balloons, but balloons serve a bigger purpose than just inflating them. They might bring a joy and a decorative scenery to somebody. We always think we got to be on the front line. No, you don't. To be on purpose. You might sit back and make tassels. Because let me tell y'all something. I love tassels. I have tassels on my towels, tassels on my pillows, tassels on my curtains. I love tassels. So whoever make tassels, they making money. But tassels used to be on robes. I'm just saying. You got to find your purpose. What pleases you where you're not exerting all this energy and spending all this money trying to be like? No. If you invest energy, you should be investing energy into your purpose that you know you enjoy doing. You enjoy doing. You will wake up and do it. You will do it all day. You will go to sleep and sleep on it and wake up and see, that's me. I love the Lord. I love the Word of God. I love to study the Word. I love to read the Word. I got the Word all around me, from Bible apps on my phone, Bible books all around me, because I love the Word. I love talking about it. I love tonight, you know what I did? I just laid with it on my chest. I'm telling you, we got to decide our purpose. And purpose is bigger than a career. Purpose is bigger than a 9 to 5. Now, your career could be your purpose. But I'm telling you, today, sit down, figure out what you would do for free, absolutely for free. And whatever that is, trust me, it's in the spirit realm of alignment of your purpose. Remember, purpose is never forced. Purpose is something that's free-flowing. It gives you a peace, gives you a harmony. It don't stress and strain you. Then you moving into purpose. I want to thank you for tuning in to Tea and Talk Tuesday. Take some of these tips. You know me, I really had planned on, I'm going to stop planning on a time on anything when I get to talking. Because I be like, God, I just want to do 10 minutes and keep it moving. So I don't know. I may scratch the whole thing. I'm just saying, y'all know me. I be in my zone in the real raw. And then I may just give some quick pointers, or I may do a quick version and let this be the extended version. That's what I do. I'm going to do a quick version, and this will be the extended version for all those who like to just listen to the tea of the testimonies. Hello. And until the next time, listen. Please subscribe to my channel. I'm telling you, this year is going to be an amazing lineup because we are coming from the supernatural realm of all things that are orchestrated through revelation and application by the Holy Spirit. This is a new year, new you. New year, new you. Remember that. New year, new you. And the new year is considered new until it reaches the end of the 3rd month. They consider the first 3 months, you can still say new year. After March, technically, now the year is no longer considered new. But I think it's new the entire year because it's a year we never seen before for a whole year. I'm just saying, hello. But thank you again for tuning in. Like, subscribe. Please subscribe. Hit the notification. Hit the notification. And until the next Tea Time Talk on Tuesday, God blessings continue to flow upon you and your family always. Good day.